Hey, good evening, everyone. Hello. Welcome. It is time for Cricut Date Night, and we are going to be making this lovely, I have trouble with the name all the time, but this lovely turkey that is from Dreaming Tree. And if you got my notice early in the day or yesterday, I posted links for this. So if you want to make this along with me, it's really fun. He's so cute. I just love his eyes, but I'm going to turn him around. Hello, Bren. I'm going to turn him around so you can see he's got tail feathers here. And he's got really, really cool tail feathers here. He's got these cute little arms, well, wings, I guess, and these little feet. And let's see, the head is sort of all one piece, but it's kind of an optical illusion. So it looks like it's two pieces because of the brim. But we're going to go ahead. Hi, everyone. Welcome. We're going to go ahead and make it. I'm going to break it down into three sections. And I actually cut out, I did this one, and then I cut out enough to make two. And who knows, I can maybe assemble both of them tonight. I don't know. But I think you can have a lot of fun with this project while still maintaining, all of the instructions and everything. And I'm just going to show you the instructions. And this is from Dreaming Tree, as I mentioned, which is 3dsvg.com. Hi, Susan. Welcome. So this is what we're going to be doing tonight. The Googly Gobbler treat box. I don't know that I'd put treats in this, but it's going to look really cute as a centerpiece on my Thanksgiving table, or maybe on the buffet. Oh, your computer's broken. I'm sorry to hear that, Linda. Hey, watch and learn, and we're going to have fun. Yep, teddy bear is us over here, barking up a storm. If you're new to us, I see a lot of friendly names and faces. I did not see that. Oh, the impossible cards are beautiful. Thanks for bringing them up. Actually, I'm going to mention that, Dawn, in a second. So I just want to welcome all of the new people that might be on tonight or that might have joined us. Please make yourself known. This is a really fun group. Everybody, they chat during the creation and tell me, what they want to know too. Teddy Bear is around here. Teddy Bear, where are you? I don't know. He was chewing something earlier. Hi, Rosemary. Welcome. So if you've never been here before, my name is Rita, and I have this web page called Miss Rita to the Rescue. I'm a Cricut product expert, have been since 2014. There's Teddy Bear in the background. And a few months ago, when the whole COVID stuff kind of started, I decided that I was going to do a daily show to keep my wits about me with everything that was going on. And so that sort of developed into this Cricut Chat that we do Monday through Friday at 9 o'clock. And then we also have this night where it's called Date Night. And this night is, let's see, we do prizes. We have prizes just about every week. And we do a bigger project that we normally can't cover. Yeah, Teddy Bear, oh man, what did he get into? He got my heat-resistant tape. Oh man, this dog. He's funny because he just walks off. He comes by when I'm online, when I'm doing the show, and he just sort of takes whatever he wants and just sort of walks off very nonchalantly. And anyway, so that's what we're doing. We're going to be putting together this big project, and don't get discouraged or overwhelmed. It is a big project, and somebody was saying it took me a while to cut it all out. And yes, it does take a while to cut out. When you get the project, you would purchase this, and I did put the links in the description before this started, and it will tell you, this is a PDF that you get with it, and it tells you exactly what you need for paper. So this is a paper project, and it uses like a lot of 12 by 12 colored paper, but you can use your imagination and also just decide maybe you don't want a brown turkey. I actually came up with something interesting over here. I thought, well, this might look cute too. So anyway, so I have a couple of variations that I want to show you. And then later on in the evening, when we get most of this done, we'll do our giveaways. This month, it's October already, and this month we're going to be doing, let's see, it's a paper month. We're doing paper, which is so awesome. And so we're going to have a couple of paper giveaways for the month. So I'm going to move this guy a little bit over here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Yeah, this one's fun. So let's break this into three areas, three groups. And we're going to do the head first, and I'm just going to take off his head so you can sort of see. And it's actually a cone. Excuse me. And it has a brim so it's a whole cone, and then the brim sort of cuts it in half, and this is where we put the face, and then also he has these little frills underneath his chin. I guess it's a chin, and this is the top part. So we're going to do that. Then we will work on the feathers, and then we'll finish up and do the body. So the head is really simple. I went ahead and put a few things together. I'm going to move you just ever so slightly so you can see what I'm doing. So the face, this is what I did ahead of time. Is I cut everything out, obviously, and then I put together the face, its eyes. There's white, blue, and then the black, and then that all gets mounted on this. I think this is called I don't know what it's called. I thought it was called started with a G, but I don't know if that's true. I don't know what it's called. If anybody knows, anybody that's a good farm girl might know what it's called. But it's really simple to put together the eyes and the thing. Waddle, thank you so much, Susan. You're so smart. So it's just this red piece that we're going to then put the white here, and then the eyes with the closest to the bottom with the little holes, and then these little pieces, which are probably the smallest piece out of the whole thing. They have a little tiny, I have to get this little tiny pupil that I have to get out. Come on. And this goes right here like this, okay? And that's why I put it together ahead of time. But that's how you do that. And then you've got the beak, or I guess it's a beak. And it is this little piece here. You have to pardon me. I don't know why I keep coughing like that. Someone said it might be the radiation. So I'm going to have that checked out on Monday. All right. So I'm just folding the beak. There's a couple of tabs here, and then this is the beak. So what we're going to do is we're going to put glue right here on this little tab. Hi, David. Welcome. I actually put a little too much glue there. Now, when you're working, if you're new to paper crafts, when you're working with paper, it doesn't matter the glue that you use, although I do use this one and I do, I recommend it. I really like it. But the most important thing about working with glue is to be very cheap on it. Be very frugal about putting it on. You can always add more glue. It does, Bran. It's never done that for me. I don't know. It might be the talking, but someone suggested it might be the radiation because it seems to have started since in the 2 weeks that I've been doing the radiation. Okay, so here is the beak. I gotta make sure that that is connected. So here's my 2 beaks here. That's how you put that together. And then I'm just going to glue the eyes on. Now, when Leo was doing this, he ran this waddle part through embossing, an embossing folder. I did not do that because all of my embossing stuff is down in the vault, and I have yet to bring it up. Although Daryl, who is fairly new to us, I think, Daryl, right? Had asked about embossing, and one of the things that I mentioned was there's 2 kinds within the Cricut world. There's embossing, which is done as like a hand crank thing, and then there's debossing, which is done with the maker and one of those adaptive tools. And there's a difference. Deboss actually puts a depression in the paper that you're using, whereas emboss makes it come up, or embossed. You can feel it with your hands or your fingers. It's not an impression. It's I don't know, what's that word I'm looking for? But it's not pushed in. It's lifted up over the paper. Okay, so there's our face, and we're going to put those aside for just a moment. Now we're going to put together this piece, which, let me get it from my other pile. So this is what this looks like. Here we go. Here is the piece, and you'll notice it has all of these dashed cut lines. Those are not scores, but they're dash cut lines. And what we're going to do is fold it at all of those, and then we're going to fold up here as well. But first we're going to do this one. So let's fold it, and it makes basically a cone that becomes his whole hat and his head, and all in one, which I thought was really clever. And so what we're going to do now that we have it all folded is we're going to fold in one side so that this tab is going to have glue on it. And I like to do it in the front here because then I know it's perfectly even. So let's put some glue on that tab. And especially with black paper, because this glue that I use, the art glitter glue, it dries clear, but still with black, it can leave a little smudge. So, so you kind of want to try to use as little as possible. So there is the hat, and then you open it up like this cone, and you're going to push in these little triangle tabs right here, like this. You see that? And we're going to put a little dot of glue on each one of those triangles. Oh, yay. Welcome, everybody. If you're new, feel free to introduce yourself. Tell us where you're from. And we're so happy to have you here. This is a great group, and a lot of really good crafters, very helpful. And they meet also in my Facebook group. It's called Miss Rita to the Rescue Community Group. And we help each other there with our paper, mostly paper crafts, but we do other things as well. So we're happy to have you. Okay, so there is the hat, or the whole head, really. Just about done. If you want, you have to be a little patient with the glue to let it dry. That's why it's always good to use less anyway. So let me just close up this one as well. All right. So close it up. You want each of those tabs to hit that. I think it's a is it a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? It's a hexagon. Each of the tabs to hit the hexagon so that it stays shut. Okay, so there is the head, or the whole top piece. Then we're going to take this piece, and it's a circle, but it has the hex cut out, and you'll notice that it has these tabs, and you're going to push the tabs up like this, right? And we're going to just start off by just kind of pushing it down to where it just stops. Don't put any glue on it yet, because I want to talk about how to put the glue on here. And I'm also going to look for my other piece. Here we go. So this is what it looks like. You're going to push these tabs up this way. Like this. Okay? And so kind of want to just lay it down on here and see where it sort of stops. And then we're going to take it off, and we're going to put a little bit of glue. Now, this is going to get covered up with the white ring and the gold, but oops, I want to make sure I'm in camera. But I still like to use, as you know, just a tiny bit of glue, because you don't want it to kind of get smushed on top of your thing. So here we go. I got my glue. See that? I got my glue inside, and my tabs are facing up, and then I'm going to just put it over the cone. Eek! I didn't do it that well. Maybe I'll do the second one better. But I got some glue, some little bits of glue. Now, when Leo put this together, he did it trying to put the glue while it's already on. But I found that a little awkward. So I did it this way. So again, here's our circle piece. I'm going to put a tiny bit of glue on the inside of those tabs that are facing up. I'm not going to use a whole lot this time. All right. And then I'm going to put it over here and get it. It goes about halfway. All right. And you can use your fingers on the inside to sort of make sure that it's all evened up. There we go. All right, so the next step is we're going to take this piece, this white piece, and it has these little cuts in them like this, or, well, they're really just scoring, and it's going to go around the brim of the top of the hat, see? And then we're going to put our little gold buckle. I think they were made out of brass in real life, but they're, you know, I cut them from gold. Now, if you're having trouble finding gold paper, I know I had a hard time finding a lot of foil paper. I did find this gold at Michael's. I did put a little bit of glue on the back of this, by the way. I found some gold paper at Michael's that's really good, and it comes in like a pack of 25. It's super thin, though, so you have to be careful when you're cutting it. But it cuts on like a medium weight setting. It cuts fine, but it's really good. And I was able to get, you know, a pack of 25. So of course I bought 2 or 3 packs because you never know. But I never ran out of foil, at least gold foil. Again, getting other foils a little bit different. But here what we're doing is I'm just putting this on there. It's really starting to look like a hat now. And let me just show you that again. So here's our, try to make it as even as possible. So here's our other one. Teddy bear. Shh. It's a truck outside again. What's going on? Saturday night. I don't know what kind of truck that is even. I'm not usually out here at night, so maybe that's something that happens regularly, but we have a fire station down the street too, so I know they do make a round around the neighborhood. But anyway, okay, so we're just putting that glue on that brim or that little collar around the hat, just like that. Now at this point, you're going to want to determine what's your best side for the front, because we're going to put the face on, okay? So probably should have done that before we put this part on there, but I think this is going to be my face part on this side, and let me say this is going to be the face for that side. Okay, so then we have to find our little tiny piece of gold cutout, wherever that may be. Where are you, gold cutout? Oh, here it is. So there's the gold buckle. And we're going to put just a tiny bit of glue on there. Okay. And we decided this was going to be the front. And there we go. Foil does not do good with too much glue, so try to use as little as possible. So there is the hat, see? All right. Now, next up is the face. So we've got the face here. Now, what we're going to use are pop dots. We've used these before. You can find them at any craft store. You can also find them online. What it is basically a foam sheet that has adhesive on both sides and also with a covering on them. They come in circles, they come in squares, they come in whole sheets and strips. I generally buy the circles just because it's cheaper, I think, but you shouldn't pay a lot for these. Okay, so we're going to put one on the back side of the eyes like this, okay? And we're going to then take off this side so that it's sticky. We're going to take our head, and we're going to kind of like, we want to sort it to be sort of halfway, you know, use your best judgment, but I kind of like it here. And I like that what the I mean, you could certainly glue it, but I like what the pop dot sort of does. It makes it really stick out. Okay, and then we're going to take our beak and we're going to put glue on this end. Okay, just a little bit, but just enough. We're going to hold this. It's going to go right in between the eyes. All right, so here he goes, right in between the eyes, and you're going to want to hold it there for a little bit until the glue catches. That. All right, let me do the other ones just so you can see it again. So here is the gold. I'm going to do that. Boop, boop. Put a little bit on there. Again, you can emboss if you like to emboss all you like. That's fun too. I'm just generally not in the habit of doing inking or embossing. Inking is another thing that a lot of designers do to sort of give some, I don't know, different like look to their projects. I just don't do very well with ink, so I'm better off just working with just the plain paper. Okay, so here's my second one. I'm gonna sort of eyeball it. Haha, get it? Eyeball it. I'm gonna eyeball it. I think he looks good there. Push it down. Let's get our beak. Put a little tiny bit of glue on that beak. And we just have one more thing to do to the top or to the head before moving on. Once we get that, see that? Okay, the next thing that we have to do is we have to put these little frill. See this frill right here? So cute, right? So I cut out the frill. Let's see, where are my frill pieces? All right, here we go. So I've got frill in this, and I've got frill in this. And what you have to do is you have to sort of bend at all of those. There's like little marks, like I think it's every three, okay? And then we're going to push these up. So this is what we're doing. We're pushing all of these like semicircles up. Like this. You could also train it so that it's a little bit curled, but I didn't like it for this particular frill. So it's up to you what you want to do, obviously. But so there is our first frill, and this is our second frill. And all we have to do is put a little bit of glue on this inside, or the front part of the inside. That's going to go inside of the neck. All right, so not on the actual semicircles, but onto the inside edge here. And then let's take our first head, and then we're going to sort of, we can start, I think we could start in the back. I think it's best to have the front and the back be, you know, the opening be at the back. So here I am just pushing these all in to make the frill. See that? Super simple. Make sure it's really on there. I got to put a little tiny bit more glue here. All right. And it fits perfect. All right. And then the head is done. I'm good. Oh, good. I'm making good progress here. I'm actually trying to get two of them assembled. So again, let's just show you that again. And this is, I'm putting glue on the inside edge right here. See that? The glue's here, not on the semicircle. And we're going to, not throw our pieces around, of course, but we're going to put it on the inside. Yeah, I think holding it upside down might be best. All right, so the inside, so that you're just seeing that frill. All right. And there, we've got two turkey heads already. It looks kind of cute just by itself, but we're going to do the whole shebang. All right, so there's our heads. We've got three. I'm going to put his head back on there. All right. All right, so next up are the tail feathers. You with me? Everybody with me? So next up are the tail feathers, and they consist of these two pieces of big pieces. They take a good sized piece of 12 by 12 paper. Just to kind of tell you about my pattern paper and my cardstock. Shh. So generally speaking, I use Cricut cardstock. I like Cricut cardstock. It cuts really well on the machines, but sometimes they don't have all the colors that I like. So I will get my 12 by 12 colors from Create for Less, and I usually buy Basil. Basil is like kind of a big name. There are two big names besides the Cricut is Basil, and then there's AC or American Craft. And those are two really good names to look for, but they can be a bit expensive. You can buy them by the sheet at like Michael's and Joann's, but you're best to wait until they go on sale. And then as far as the patterns go, I have collected so much paper over the years, and I wish I could tell you exactly which patterns these came from, but I can't. I think this is from a Die Cuts with a View pumpkin patch, but I'm not really positive. But I generally speaking will buy patterned paper that is from either Michael's when they have their best buys or their hut buy type of thing, because it's really, you know, it's inexpensive to do it that way. And this can get pretty expensive, this hobby. So I wanted, you know, it's okay to sort of shop around and look for bargains. I do also like to use something called Echo Park paper. And that is, usually I can find that on craftdirect.com. So, okay. So here's our two main pieces, right? There's this sort of goldfish color semicircle, and then there's this black piece. And what we're going to do is we're going to add this semicircle to here, this pomegranate color to here. And then on this piece, we're going to take these three pieces and we're going to put them here. Now, what I will point out is that right here, there's a little, like kind of like a little lip, and that's on two sides. That's going to be on the either side of the tail feather, I guess, and then this one will lay in here. So let's go ahead and put some glue there so you can see what I mean. So I'm just going to dot some glue here at the top and sort of in the middle. All right. That's the first piece. And it's going to go on here with a little bit of like of a border around it. Like this. You see that little border there? That's just to match up the middle piece. And actually I'm going to put the right side piece on next, and then I'll put the middle piece in. So we did the head. Now we're working on the tail feathers. Then we'll start with the body. The body is the most challenging part. But once you kind of get the hang of it, it goes quickly. Oop. Just want to make sure I get some glue here. All right. And then the third piece goes right here. I'm not reading the comments. Maybe that's why I'm going so fast, Susan. But all my friends will tell you the kind of glue that I use. It's not necessary that you use this glue, but it is good glue, and I've always had good results with it. And I've tried just about every glue there is out there. The big thing is that you just don't want to use a whole lot, or it causes like warping of your paper. So you really need to just kind of be very, very cautious about how much you use, and then you can go back and touch up where it doesn't stick. So here is our inside feather. There's nothing on the other side, but here is the inside of it, and here's the other one, right? Nothing on that side. And then this piece will get glued on the other side, and this is just an exercise in gluing, to be honest. It's a lot of glue, or a lot of little leaves or whatever, feathers, I call them leaves, a lot of feathers to glue here. And then once we get this on, we're going to attach both of those pieces together, both of these pieces together, and we're going to actually use those pop dots again so that it gives it a little bit of like of a look of there's some dimension between those two layers of feathers. Okay. Boop, boop. All right. There we go. Now the way that this one works is that you're going to match up the inside circle, which means that you're going to have a little bit of a border down here, which is fine. This one got a little bit curved for some reason, not sure why, but it did. Okay. Now, since this is the outside piece, we're going to put this on the back. And there is also another piece that you could cut out that you could put there, but I chose not to do that for these ones. Okay, so here are our pieces, and what do we have left? We have to put our semicircle piece on the back. Where's our other one? Boo. Where is the other one? I know I just had it. It's got to be around here somewhere. Well, I'll find it. Okay, so here is this. It's going to go on. Oh, I already put it on the back. All right, so this goes on the back here, right there, okay? Oh, Rita. So silly. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay. So here we go. So now we have our two layers of tail feathers. And what we're going to do is get our dots again, right? And we're going to put some all around here. And then we're going to lay this on top. And we'll be done with the tail. All right, so let me show you how to do that. Take some dots, and I put them on this inside piece. And again, you do not have to do this if you don't like this look, but I think it's kind of gives it a little bit of a lift and a little more dimension. All right. Two more, I think. Okay, so let's take off the other side of those circles. We are cooking with gas tonight, folks. Okay, so we're taking off the other side. So now this side is sticky. We're going to take our piece and we're going to line it up so that the this piece here of the feather is matching up with this piece like so. Okay, we're just going to push where those dots are. Yep. Okay, so you see how it gives it. Now if you want, you can come back and put a couple more dots up here. I think I might do that just to kind of so it doesn't fall into the other piece. So let's do that. You're not going to really see that, so just keep that lift going all the way around and up and down. All right, there is the tail feather. So pretty, right? And use your imagination with the colors because it's fun to do that. So this is the other color that I have, but this one here, and I chose one that had a little bit of gold in it, so I like that. Okay, so we did the heads and we did the tails. Now it's time to do the bodies. Okay, the thing I really like about this body is that it's got a really round look, and the way that you achieve it is actually to have like a foundation piece, which is what these are. And then we're going to lay these pieces over so it's got a real curve to it, because these have a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of the dashed cut lines, so it's kind of really boxy looking. Oh, don't say you have no imagination. Charity. No, no, no. Okay, so here are our two pieces, and you'll know the top because they have these little markings. Each one has a different marking, you see? This one has 1, this one has 2, 3, and then this is 4. It's in a circle, and then over here is 5, and then the last one being 6. Okay, so we're going to connect them so that 1 is connected to 2 here, and then we're going to shape it all around. Now, I would suggest that you hold the paper like this. Now, I folded everything, and there's a lot of folds, and these are not exactly the same. And in fact, this one here doesn't have a fold. That's going to be where the tail feather goes in the back. So we want it nice and flat. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to connect these pieces, and then we're just going to start working our way around. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue here. And this does require some patience, so give yourself time and a little bit of patience. And remember, if you get, this is supposed to be fun. So if you get frustrated, then give up for the night or whatever you have to do, and then come back to it when you're fresh, because it is supposed to be fun. All right, so here what I'm doing is I'm making sure that I am matching up those cuts along the tabs. Does that make sense? So this tab is going to reach over to the end of that tab, or the edge of that piece. All right, now it is circular, but it's kind of boxy, but we're going to take care of that. You see that? And then here, once you have those two pieces together, it goes kind of quickly from there. So we're just going to move and work our way. And some of these tabs are a little small, so that's, you got to work really gingerly. I think that's a good word. All right, so we're going to continue to remember you're going to be having a rounded, almost like a cauldron shaped piece at the end. All right. Boop. All right, here we go. Okay. Now the part that has the little number on it is like kind of the neck, which is where the top of our or I should say the other, the other part, the head, is going to reach. We don't have to do that one just yet, but eventually they're all going to be connected, okay? So we're just doing the sides here. I'm going to go up a little bit on the camera because I feel like maybe it's too close. Okay, gives me a little more freedom. Okay, so continuing on, putting the glue. Look at how tiny this particular one is. It's so tiny, but that's okay. Just put a little dab of glue on there. Now, if you get glue on the outside of this, it kind of doesn't matter because we're going to be covering it up, but it's always good to just sort of practice, but if you're gonna, if you have a problem with keeping the glue on the inside of the tabs, that's okay. There's a little thing that's going to fix that on this part of the project, okay? So there's a little tiny tab here. That is a small tab. That's okay. All right. You see how it's getting rounded? Because we're following where those folds are and those tabs. Okay, here we go. I think I like doing the bottom part first and then come back. I think that works out better. See what works for you. All right, so I'm not going to connect them just yet. So I want to get all of these other pieces done first. All right. Teddy bear is snoring. I can hear him snoring. He's a very sound sleeper. Okay. Alrighty. So we're getting there. So just so you can see where we're at. All right. So it kind of is not complete just yet. I'm going to close it up. But before I do that, see these little tiny tabs here? They're little like triangular tabs. I'm going to fold those in and connect them. That's sort of the neck area. Okay. All right. And just two more until we're at the place where we can close the entire thing up. This one and two. Okay. Let me just check all my seams. Okay. So now we're going to close. Is it, Elijah? I don't know if it is. So we're going to close up these seams. We can do that all at one time. Whoops. Okay. Oh, I was messing around with the new foil. Did you guys, I know some people have already received their foil transfer kits. So I was messing around doing for Monday, our mystery material. On Mondays, we have what's called Mystery Material Monday. And that is when we take a product that's by Cricut and we talk about it and we do a little project so you can see how it works. So I was trying to come up with a project for Monday and I thought, you know, uh-oh, here comes Frankie the cat. I'm surprised he's in. Frankie, hi. Hi, honey. Anyway, so I was working with chipboard and the knife blade, and I thought that might be something you guys might want to see. But then I was also playing around with some what's called sparkle paper. So I think I'm going to do one this Monday and one next Monday. But I did a really beautiful, I don't know if you saw it, but there's like these nativity foil that I did on the blue. And I thought, oh, the chipboard would work out really well with as a backing to that. So that's what I was kind of thinking. All right. So we have now the cauldron, I guess. And here's what the bottom looks like. Okay, now we have two pieces. This one has a bee. See that bee? And then this one does not have anything. This is actually slightly smaller than the one with the bee. So we're going to put that in there. Now we could do it one of two ways. A lot of times when he does this, he puts it on the inside. But in this case, when he was showing folks how to put it together, he recommended putting it on the outside. It's up to you how you want to do it. It does fit in there, but it is slightly, ever so slightly smaller, and it does make a difference, that little tiny bit. So the slightly bigger one is we're going to hold as sort of a finishing piece. Okay. All right. Do I have the right one? Yeah, okay, I do. Okay, here we go. Now, I didn't put this on terribly well. You guys will do a little bit better than me. I kind of started it off at a bit of an angle, but I'm going to take my scissors and sort of push it down on the inside to make sure all those tabs are really good and connected. See that where I did here? It's like a little bit of a lip, so probably shouldn't have done that. But then we're going to take the one that has the bee, and we're just going to use it as like sort of the finishing piece on there. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. This is shaped, yeah, I had it on shaped wrong. Okay, there we go. Phew. All right, so we're going to put a little bit of glue. These are not all the same size. That's what I forgot. Okay, so there's the body, but it looks crappy, right? So let's get the pieces to cover. And this is what I chose. I've got this sort of brownish piece, but I also have these because I thought this was kind of fun too with the gold, but I'm not going to do that because the lighting is going to distract me. All right, so what you'll notice on these pieces, the same numbers. It's a little hard to see in this light, but there are those little numbers, and they go with the numbers at the top of the neck. So I'm going to look for the 1 to start off with. So here's 2, here's 1. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. And it has this little for the neck area like this. And the way these are going to go on for them to look really rounded is you're just going to put glue up here and then at the very bottom here. Okay, so let's start off with piece number 1. Putting it here on the top of the neck. And you may want to like kind of do this a little bit to sort of make it look a little rounder. That's called training the peeper. Okay, and it works with your hand. It's a little, the heat. Now see how that works? It really gives a real finished look and it's very round. So then we're going to, you can either put it down here at the very bottom or you can put it there. And you're going to hold it. Now, folks that did the hot air balloon with me might remember this technique because we did the hot air balloon and it was very similar. He also has one in the springtime that's an egg, and it's a very similar technique as well. You do have a little bit of patience here in making sure that that's staying on there. There's really very little glue that's on there, so you have to kind of be patient with it. And it looks much better than if you glued it straight down, I think. Really gives him a real rounded look. Okay, and then we're going to work going forward. So where's my number 2? That's 2. Again, I'm going to do this with the paper a little bit. Okay, so there's 2. You see that there are different, they're slightly different. Like this one has a different curve to it. So you definitely have to follow those letters or numbers, Roman numerals. There we go. All right, so there's the neck part of number 2. Give it a second to take hold. And then we're going to put the glue at the very bottom. Shh, shh. I guess he's awake now. That's a little much. What? I put too much there. Okay. And there will be these little like thing. That's okay. You don't even notice it, and it does give a nice roundedness to the body. All right. So there's 2. Let's find number 3. 3. All right. Okay. Since we're like more than halfway through, I'm going to challenge you this time for the prizes. I think what we'll do is give a prize to the person. Let's see. Let me see. I was thinking about this earlier. I thought I had this prepared. Okay. Let's do, how about we do the person that is located the farthest away from me. You kind of have to know your geography here, but I am in New England, in Boston, just north of Boston by about 20 miles. So I would say someone from Alaska, Hawaii, California, or maybe in Canada up by, what is that? New Brunswick? Is it New Brunswick up there? It's not you, Dawn? Yeah, right. We learned this before. Okay, so anybody that's as far away, like, Oregon, or Utah, or Washington State, or what's the other one there? Washington State, Oregon, I said. Idaho. I think we had somebody from Idaho before. But you all introduce yourselves. Tell us what state you are in. I'm in pretty much the farthest east as you can go, except for maybe Maine. So, and I'll continue on with this. It's Dorothy? Is it Dorothy? Not you. Okay. Iowa. All right. Crescent City, California, border of Oregon. Chelsea. Where's Dorothy at? Lori Jo. Bren, I don't know where St. Thomas is. Oregon. Colorado. So Oregon is farther away from Reno, Nevada. Ooh, oh yeah. Texas. You just moved from Utah. That's awesome. All right, so Lori Jo or Emmy, if you could tell me what you think of the farthest away person. I know we've got a lot of people, right? So while I continue on with this body, I want to finish this up. So, and I want to give people some time to, sometimes people are not right near their screens or whatever. So let's give you a few minutes while I finish up the body of this bird. The last piece, the piece that's going to have the feathers, okay, is kind of flat, and we want that to be, oh, it is close. New Brunswick is close. Prince Edward Island is pretty close to me, I'm afraid. It's in the Maritimes. Dorothy is? I think maybe we had in Oregon. Did we have anybody from Washington State? Anybody from Hawaii or Alaska? Prince Edward Island in Canada is pretty close. Okay, so while we're waiting here, so this is the back piece. This is the only one that you're going to put more glue on because it's flat, okay? All right. I can try the head on this for right now. La, la, la. Okay, so you think San Diego, would Oregon be farther away than San Diego? Oh, no, San Diego is south, right? Yeah. All right. Okay. So, ladies, you tell me, Lori, Jo, and Emmy, confer with one another and tell me while I get the other pieces together for this. Okay, so here's the one. One, two, three. One, two, three. Okay, one, two, three. I don't need this one. Need these two pieces, and that one I don't need, and I don't need these. Okay. All right, so do we find somebody? San Diego is Southern California, so that seems pretty much the farthest away from me. All right, so who was from San Diego? Jamie Webb, is that you? Are you the only one from San Diego? In San Diego? I think we have a winner. I think it's going to be Jamie in San Diego, California. Yeah, Dawn, let's talk about that. All right, so if you guys are a fan of Lori Whitlock, which her website is shop.loriwhitlock, LORIWHITLOCK.com. She's having a 50%. Today's National Card Day. Well, for me, National Card Day every day. So, so I don't know. But she's offering 50% off her files, and I think she has a free card available, and it's an Impossible card. So if you want to hop on over there, why don't you go over there and pick up that card? It's an SVG, and you do need to have an account with her, but it's just, your name and address. So, okay, so Jamie's our winner. Congratulations, Jamie. What you're going to do is you have to send me an email. My email address is Miss Rita, M-I-S-S, Rita, R-I-T-A, to the rescue at Gmail. Oh, okay. All right. I bought quite a few. Oh, you got the free Impossible card. Okay. So sorry. I'm reading the comments. I really shouldn't do that. Okay. So Miss Rita to the rescue at gmail.com. And Jamie, and I think I saw another person that said they were also from San Diego. Did we see another person? Deborah Mackey. Are you also from San Diego? Deborah? Please let me know. Hi, Shelley. Okay, so we've got Jamie and possibly Deborah Mackey today. And if we don't have Deborah Mackey, then we'll have a second winner using something different. So Jamie definitely, right? She's in San Diego. Psh, keep getting that confused, sorry. Okay, so while we're doing that, so check out Lori's site, shop.loriwhitlock.com, and she does have a free card. It's called an Impossible card. If you pick that up, we'll do it next week. And also next week we'll have our mystery materials, which I haven't decided. I'm sort of torn between two different things, but I really want to show you the chipboard because it's really cool. I used my knife blade and cut that, and it cut so well, but I know not a lot of people have the maker. So if you want to see that, you let me know, okay? Because otherwise I'll do sparkle paper. I'm going to do a banner with sparkle paper. All right, Jamie, so we're good, but we don't know about... So, Deborah, are you in San Diego? Orange County. Wait. Okay. Oh, you would like to see that, Lori Jo? Okay, so let's slate that for Monday, is the chipboard. Okay, while we were sort of talking, I put these three pieces around the neck. I did flip these up a little bit, and you see they go around the neck like this. This is my back because it's flat, okay? And what we're going to do is put together we're going to put on the feet and the arms, and then we're going to put on the feathers in the back, okay? So the arms, I keep calling them arms, they're not really arms. They're wings, right? They're made up of this black piece, which I kind of train like this to give it a little bit of a roundness. And I think I have actually two right. Yeah, here we go. Here's the other one. Okay, so one goes inward like this, the other one, so there's a left and a right, I suppose. And then we're going to take and we're going to put the orange, but we're only going to glue it at the top because we want it to have a little bit of a like kind of a lift to it because he's feathery, you know. So let's just, I suppose you could put it on this piece here. So the orange part goes here only, right here, you see? And then the yellow piece goes, also kind of train it, do just a teeny tiny bit of glue. Here we go. All right, so there's one of the what do we call them? Arms, wings, wigs. Okay, keep calling them arms. Okay, so we've got the right side, or his, I think that's his left. His left we did. Now we're doing the right side. Again, we're only putting the glue on the very tippy top. All right, so we've got the two. Hey, Shirley, you made it. Well, I hope you can watch the replay. Shirley, you worked so hard to get ready for tonight, and you got a phone call. Aw. Okay, so here's the back. So that makes this the front, and his little arms, his feathered wings, are going to go underneath here, right there, okay? So we're just going to put glue right there, sort of put it in underneath that frill. See that? And it's this one here is facing towards the front, like he's hugging his tummy. And then on this side, it's going to get a little bit of glue. Actually, I put it on the wrong side. Okay, here's the glue. And he's going to go up there. So you see how he's sort of like hugging his tummy with his feathery wings. Right? Now we got to do his little bit of feathers in the front and his feet. So his feet are actually, I took two of these, two cutouts for each one, and I glued them with the wrong sides together. We're going to use those pop dots again to give him a little bit of, like his feet are sticking out from his body a little bit. So we're going to use this pop dot on either side, like this. And I kind of like them sort of sticking out, sort of splayed a little bit. All right, almost done. He's got to have these little feathers. You don't have to put them on, but I think they're cute. So here's the little, there's a double feather right there. A little tiny bit of glue. Now there are little marks here to help guide you where these go. They're very faint, but you can see them. All right. All right. Okay. Let me get his head on there. We still have to do the back feathers. Look at him. He's almost done. Boop-a-doo. Oh, he's so cute. All right. And again, this is, you can glue this on if you want. But to be honest, when you go to store it for next year, it probably would be better to do something like that or store it. So, I don't know. I suppose you could glue it, but I don't know. If you're bringing it to someone's house or for storage, maybe keep it off. Anyway, all right, so let's look at the tail feathers. Let's do this one because we already did this with, remember we did this here? He's really cute. Okay, and so we're going to put this on the back. And now Leo said you could just glue them on there, but to be honest, I like a few more of those pop dots. So I really wanted to give it some distinction. So I'm going to put a couple right here, and then I'm going to put some glue on the very end. And they'll kind of stick out a little bit more. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. You know what? I'm gonna, since we couldn't come to a conclusion about the second winner, so we got Jamie, right? Because she hasn't won anything for a while, let's give it to Dorothy. Dorothy, are you with us? She's always with us, so Dorothy, are you still here? All right, so here I got my glue and I got my pop dots. And I'm going to press here and then press from the inside. I might have to lift up his little frill. Dorothy, are you with us? It's been a while, I think, since Dorothy won something. All right, Dorothy, you know the drill, right? Miss Rita to the rescue at gmail.com with your full name and address, including your zip code. so that I can send out the prizes. Now, last month, the September prizes, almost all of them have gone out, so they should be coming soon. There's 2 people that I need to work with Cricut on. One of them is, I think it was another Dorothy. It might have been Molly. I'd have to check. I'm going to email you. Okay. So Dorothy, could someone make sure Dorothy, if she's not here, then she'll be back on Monday, I'm sure. All right. So we just put together, I want to go up a little higher. I'm not going to be able to see the screen though, but okay. So there is our turkey. Isn't he just so darling? He's so cute. And his head, it's up to you. If you want to just, glue him on there, then you can. If not, he just rests sort of that way. When I pick him up, it sort of falls off, but just so you can see his whole, there's his body. I suppose you could put something in there if you wanted to. I'm going to make him the centerpiece on my buffet table in my dining room, I think. So there is it. Isn't he adorable? Oh, my, so cute. So there is our Googly Gobbler Turkey. I hope you enjoyed that. And it's just really fun. Wasn't that fun? I don't know. I really enjoy putting something together and having the end result. And like people are going to go, I'm going to give 2 of these away. So I'm sure people are going to really go insane about them. So anyway. So that is tonight's date night. Did I do well? It's only 8:15. I did an awesome job. Okay, good. And yeah, let me know that you liked it. Now, if you're joining us late, you didn't see a certain part of it. Oh, look who's here. Somebody, is it Leo from Dreaming Tree? Leo, is that you? Dorothy, did you hear that you won? Dorothy. So this is, I just love this. Everybody loves this design. If you're listening, Leo, and it's just so much fun, easy to put together, and I cannot wait to give them away. So cute. I hope you all do try it, and make sure you post pictures of what you've done and what paper you picked out on either on my page or in our group, the Miss Rita to the Rescue community group. And then we're going to see you on Monday, I hope. And let me show you what we're doing on Monday, since you guys gave me some feedback. So I did with my new foil transfer kit, I did these lovely triptychs, which was, the wise men or the magi, and then there's here the shepherds in the field, and then of course the nativity. But I just did it on paper, so I wanted to cut out chipboard. This is chipboard, and we're going to be talking about it. It's very thick. It's like it's wood, but it's not. It's just a very, very thick cardboard. And so we're going to cut this with our maker on Monday, on Mystery Material Monday, and we're going to use it to back these, so that way it we can put them together in a triptych. So do definitely join me on Monday. Make sure you go over to Lori's site and pick up that free card. Thanks for reminding me, Dawn. And then if you haven't purchased this and you think that you'd like to try it, I will post the links again, but they've been posted in my on my page. So do definitely work your way over to there and see it. Thanks so much for joining me tonight for date night. It's been so much fun to have you, and we will see you again on Monday morning. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Thanks, everybody. Bye now.